Alright, Cole also weighs 600 pounds. So let's see what Lantern weighs. Hold on, Sonia, I'm doing something.
I like the idea that you walk out of here and she's like, that battle was brilliant. Like, hold on, as you're like checking your phone, like desperately for something.
Okay, yeah. Definitely was getting the 120 power heat crash. So, heat crash was actually doing as much damage as he would be doing if he was using Rock Tomb. So,
Okay.
AI probably wasn't smart enough to know that, but it was as much of a good move as Rock Tomb would have been, especially with the drastically raised speed. So he's going first, anyways. Anyways, what did you want, Sonia? That battle was brilliant. The gym leader was tough, but you had no trouble. Oh, I wouldn't say no trouble. I'm doing a Nuzlocke, so the low health was a very big issue. Search us for some really great restaurants. I got some things I want to talk to you about, so let's head to the restaurant to celebrate your win. The name of the restaurant is Bob's Your Uncle. Why? Tails, why is the restaurant named Bob's Your Uncle?
British?
Is that a British thing?
Yeah, Bob's your uncle. Like, I always hear this is like a British thing.
What does it mean? Because I've
Great question.
definitely genuinely heard Bob's Your Uncle be said a lot, not as a British thing. It just feels like a why here thing.
It's used as a what for you? You've heard it as?
I've never even I don't remember what it was used as, but I've heard it used just like in America, not even as a British thing. So it's not like I've never heard that before. It's just I've never heard it used like this before.
That's first off, that's hilarious. I've only exclusively heard it as a British thing, and I'm looking it up. Bob's your uncle is an informal phrase that means "and there it is," or "and there you have it," or "it's done." Commonly used in United Kingdom and Commonwealth countries to indicate something's been completed or resolved. For example, just add some flour and eggs to your bowl, mix it all together, and Bob's your uncle. You got a batch of cookies.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly the way I've heard it be used, which I guess. Okay, I see how it's being. I see what they're doing. I'm picking up what they're throwing down. There is a bug in the corner of this store. A very large one at that.
It looks like it could maul you though, so I'm gonna say it has more ownership of this restaurant than we do. It's like when I see the spiders from Australia and they're like, oh yeah, I'm just getting it out of my house. I'm like, no, that's the spider's house now. This restaurant belongs to that bug in the corner, Lyra.
Well, see, that's the most powerful thing about Australians. They see those bugs and they say, "I'm getting it out of my house." That's how you know that's how you know how strong they are.
My favorite is you see the ones where they just are like, yeah, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get it in like a what was one of them was like, I'm just gonna use a small vase for it, and I'm like, vase, it's vase size. What do you mean vase? No. If I have to get a vase for a spider, it's the spider's house.
If I have to get a vase for the spider, it has to be burned down. There's no recovering it.
Shout out to this one church I remember seeing a picture of where they had a fire and it had burned down, but the little sign that you could customize out front was okay. So while they were like renovations in progress, and then in the bottom there was in parentheses, sorry, there was a spider. I'm just like, amazing. Whoever did that, they should win. That was great.
Beautiful. Anyways, got that gym badge, Lyra. Nice one. Oh, hey, there you are. I don't think we gave enough attention to the fact at the start that Hop actually lost his gym fight. Which is actually, I think, the first time the rival has, like, lost anything in this series ever. I think it's still the only time, other than to you. Same with losing to Bede, honestly. Like, Gendry Rival's relationship is solely with you, and you'll definitely have a lot of times where, like, they will solely lose to you. But Hop is here actually struggling.
The only other time I can think of is, and of course my brain goes here, is Silver expressively lost, but it's to like Lance.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You would.
I was about to say. I know what you're talking about.
If you're gonna have the rival lose, and you're like, no, that makes sense as like in accordance to everything your rival does being a thing to you, it's to what it should be like the ultimate challenge of your adventure, the champion of the region.
Yeah. It's very distinctly at a point where if you fought Lance, you definitely would lose too.
Yeah. So I'm like, but then like literally the only time I can think of is the one where you're like, no, that is an expected thing to happen. Yeah.
I've been trying to find out more about the Darkest Day and the Sword and Shield Pokemon, but still no luck. Wait, hold on. This looks like a valuable national treasure in this mom and pop restaurant. No way, what's this? A new chapter, a filthy tapestry, an absolutely fantastic poster. Exactly, Bob with his brilliant smile must be part of the legend. Hey, what are you on about? Don't confuse me. The heroes look sad, and where are the sword and shield? What was the meaning of this picture? Some kind of seal? You think so? I guess it could be that they're sealed away, or maybe they've gone into some kind of sleep. Based on statues we saw back in Stone Side, Sword and Shield were actually 2 Pokemon, right? That's right. That's my take on it, at least. Remember the Pokemon we met that day? You think it could have been one of them? The Sword or the Shield Pokemon? You met them? What's up?
I'm just thinking about they're like, could it be that they were sealed away or in some kind of sleep? And I'm like, those are pretty clearly gravestone looking. That implication to me looks like they died in battle, honestly.
Hey, it's Pokemon. You can't say that.
There's Pokemon that refer to the afterlife in the Pokedex.
That's the Pokedex. This is the main narrative. You can be as grotesque as you want in the Pokedex, but once you get to the main story, you have to keep it tame. Which honestly genuinely feels like how they handle things. It really is. Gestures vaguely at the Mega Pokedex entries. Which, honest to God, I never read in-game. I never found any of those in-game, so, like, there probably weren't many children reading those.
They weren't in the game until Gen 7. I believe it was, which really feels like they were like, don't do Pokemon Mega Evolution anymore. It's bad. Focus on our new gimmick, actually.
No, like, even in Generation 7, I did not see any of the Pokedex entries in-game. I only saw them online with people being like, why? So once again, there probably were very few actual children playing the game who had ever actually saw that.
Yeah.
As opposed to the main plot, which every child playing the game is going to see. or most of them, you know, I sure did never get past Gym 6, which this is that point.
You're Tails, you're worried about the kids reading the Pokedex? They're not even gonna get all the way through the main game, it's fine.
Well, anyways, come on, you know what I'm thinking about, right, Lara? I really don't. I'll be nice. Exactly! The Mad Pokemon Ranch and the Baja. Don't you think that could have been it? Do you think Top wasn't there when we saw the statues? Do you think he just like walked by them after we left? I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
and this is just... What's up?
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, shout out to the NPC in the background who's like this chef dude who is making a very appropriate reaction to the people talking about grand legendaries and this being an ancient tapestry and the fact that they saw an ancient legendary creature and he is just dumbfounded like Hello? Did you want to order some soup or?
I just inherited this from my grandpa and thought it looked neat. What do you mean, legendary regional national treasure?
Thinking about that stain on the top left that is definitely from when he spilled coffee on it and is having a whole goddamn disassociation over it.
Oh, also something I bet Hop has been thinking about this since, has wanted to mention this since, but between the depression and this being the first time he's met Sonia since, he just hasn't had a chance.
Yep.
That's right. You thought I'd been lost in the slumbering weald. I started on this journey because my grand told me to, but this is turning out to be so much fun. You've got to tell me more. How about we discuss this over meal? Go on, what do you want to eat? Let's get our orders in. Oh, finally. You're finally paying to give me, after giving me this crisis about my family heirloom that I spilled coffee on. Not even my coffee, I spilled my dad's coffee on when I was like 5.
He's still standing there, staring off into space after the revelation.
Fascinating. Alright, the next thing to do now that we're done eating is to have a look around Sir Chester. Let's inspect the hero's bath.
Sir, are you okay?
We'll never be okay again. He has to deal with.
God.
He has to deal with the consequences of his actions.
Oh my god.
Whew. The hero's bath. They say it's where the two heroes came to soothe their wounds after the battle to bring down that evil presence long ago. I feel like Japan does like to use hot springs as healing.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody been watching Kid Icarus? Wink wonk.
Oh.
How you think, Tails?
I was thinking about it from a lot of animes I've seen it in, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I was just trying to make a neat segue into something else I'm doing. Wink wonk. Anyways,
Wink wonk.
nowadays when I Pokemon we use the hero's bath, though no one touches, no humans are allowed in there. Where exactly where the heroes are right here? I think I'll have to look into that. You two met a mysterious Pokemon back in the Slumbering Weald. Perhaps you two can become the new heroes. What? Like some hero waving around a sword and shield? Pull the other one. But I guess I'd fancy a shield if I had to take my pick. Wink, wonk, because it's sword. Can we get that one? I mean, what kind of battle do you think the heroes had back then? Why don't we show her, Lara? Think we can pull off a real heroic battle? Absolutely. Sonia treated us to a great meal after that curry. I feel like I've got energy to wrestle up the bear. I don't entirely understand your reasoning, but I might just as well see what you can do. I'll heal up your Pokemon for you, Lara. So give it your best. Didn't even have to visit the Pokemon Center. Time for the little expedition match. Starting the future champion.
I really do like that the implication that comes from the fact that Hop just hanging around you, his best friend, naturally helps pull him out of his slump a bit and makes him want to just do stuff for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And like he's using his double here too, so it's like it really feels like he's like letting go of the pressure a bit just from hanging around his buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes it even more of a shame that this is a Blake Slate character.
There's also something it does in the post game with him that I thought it did between the start and here that it turns out it does not.
Just the hanging out with you, or?
I actually no. I guess it makes sense now that I think about it. What do you think, Tails? Should I spoil it for all the people in the class, or should I wait until we get there?
I would say. Here's the question. Here's the real question. Do you think you'll remember it when we get there?
Yes, because every single time Hop comes up, I'm like, oh, do I get to mention it? No. Oh, do I get to mention it? No. My brain is always thinking of it whenever he shows up, so I absolutely will remember.
Okay, then I guess hang on to it.
Yeah, just making sure I did indeed put up a flop.
I wanna touch the flute. That is double. They look grumpy though. Like they look like they do not want me touching the flute, but I want to do it. I would be a fool and I want to do it.
Remember what? Remember something about Hop that's shown in the post game. Not here. It's probably a poor decision. Oh!
Can I bring up something that Hop reminds me of? Or anyway, makes me think of Hop. Anyway, whenever we're playing Stardew Valley and I'm harvesting hops, I literally every single time I think in my head, oh, just like Pokemon Sword and Shield. Every time, without fail. When it's like, I've harvested, it's like, oh, you picked up some hops. Every time I think of this hop.
Beautiful. Pincurchin? I forget what type that Pokemon is.
Electric?
I don't have anything good for electric.
What are you, friend? Oh, yeah, pure electric.
Sweet.
I thought I was missing a subtype.
I was worried it was poison, so see me waiting until you finish checking to use toxic. Oh, curses. Used curse.
Which curse?
The one that raises stats.
The one that raises attack and defense but lower speed, which I don't think this Pokemon has to begin with, so pretty solid, probably.
And now let's Venoshock it. Sick pose. Nice. Alright, it's physical defense, not special defense. Ow.
Its speed is 15!
Oh yeah, so nuking its speed is doing nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's literally at that point just raising the two stats and nothing else. Oh, but it lowers your speed. It has speed? You can't lower something that's not there. Carbonite! A baby!
Alright, I'm gonna do something risky here.
My baby! I still do wish that you still looked a little bit more like the rest of your line.
Okay.
Fluffy.
Corviknights scare me a lot because they're very, very popular to use in the tournaments I enter in. And they're always very hard to deal with because they're very tanky and like to use iron defense.
Oof.
So yeah, trying to heal while it had a chance to use iron defense was like, ooh.
Silly Lyra. We're dealing with AI here.
Yeah, that means if it has iron defense, it's basically a roulette wheel if it picks it.
It's like, yeah, Tails, there's a 25% chance.
What do you say? What did it say he's gonna use?
Well, that's a great question. Guys, what did it say? I think you keep out Go, and it'll be fine.
There's a 50% chance. Oh! Hello, Snorlax. It's actually kind of scary.
Javier says Pyro Kick should do it. Are you sure? What?
It hurt it. And it will actually honestly probably hurt more than the
Double kick.
double kick. Yeah, it should be 60 and 60. In theory, 120, but also less because that's getting a lot more nibbled out of it from defense. And then Pirate Ball gets stabbed.
I'm just questioning the idea that it could. When Javier says should do it, my brain is saying like could finish it off, and I'm like in like a hit.
Let's see what this does.
Let's see. Javier might be right.
It's a solid 3-hit KO.
Ooh. Claire, do you want to hug Pinkerton?
Not necessarily.
I would carefully hug one.
Fair. I poke myself even carefully.
Like, no running hugs, you know? That's a hug you gotta plan very carefully.
Woo!
Ooh, that's scary. Also, Javier says, you fools, it had thick fat, but good to know you believe in me. Well, not anymore!
Rude. Why you listen to Javier? I also like how nobody like really factored in how much discussing the pros and cons to using Pyroball I actually did before using it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're saying why listen to Javier, but Lyra very much proved her math there on this is probably the best one to use. Here is why. Regardless of the rest of that. How do you even running hug it? Do you just trip and land on them? You gotta be running, and you gotta do that like low slide into it. Like you gotta like slip and slide into it for the running hug.
I should have kept that. I think you got me cornered. Not even close. That would be the greatest when I steal. Shout out to the fact that Chop actually has genuinely done a lot better against me this time than the last time.
Something, it's worked so well thematically of something when he just chills out and relaxes and is having fun with it. Which is also a big thing that Leon makes clear he is doing in his battles.
Don't
like,
betray me now.
I'm doing all these things that Leon's doing, and I'm not winning. And it's like Leon is also having so much fun when he battles. So, Lyra, something incredibly important to point out.
But snacking.
You were a bit on the having some trouble with his Rillaboom because of the switch in and the you having not much health thing. But you know which part had much more tension and much more you figuring out how to take it down? The fight with Dubwool and your Cinderace. So anyway, Dubwool is his starter, everybody. That's an important thing that I will make all of you remember. Not Lyra. Lyra remembers that. I'm just saying the real true starter versus starter battle was that.
Excellent. I still can't even beat you, my true rival. I think I'm starting to see the light. But are you starting to see the smite? Thanks, you two gave a right proper bow. At the rate you both are going, even the unbeatable Leon may be in trouble. So what's next, you two? I plan to look into things in the Slumbering Weald. I'm gonna keep challenging that gym. Then once I get the gym badge, I'll head for Route 9 to take on Spike next. There he goes. Seems like he finally shook off that gloom. Don't worry if Hop wasn't feeling alright. As his travel, you wouldn't like it either, right? See ya. I feel like...
God, I hate her design.
Same.
You also mean that in a gay way, though.
I feel like this game should have looped back into the wild area more.
Yes. Agreed. No notes. Also, real quick aside, Lyra, I'm surprised that you in this city didn't go directly to get clothes.
Oh heck, you're right.
This is the one with the sparkly dresses.
Oh heck. My brand. Shout
Shout out to the fact that I apparently remember that.
You're like, this is the biggest upgrade to the fashion all game. Tails will remember that.
Yeah, I did remember that. I think I remember this store specifically well because of two things. One, I was so excited about the dresses that we get. Two, I remember thinking it didn't have enough warm style gear because we are in the middle of snow.
Right. The Pikachu and Eevee ones, where it's like one of them looking fight ready in the front and the other are looking beat up in the back.
Yeah, like they just took a hit. It's so good.
Is there any... Oh, I didn't know that was a purchase button. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Hey, that's warm. Oh, the new gloves too.
This is all very nice. You gotta show us the dresses. You gotta show us the dresses, Lyra.
Well, there's this dress. And that's it.
You know, fair point. I say dresses when I mean looking at all the colors. Anyway, I really like this dress, though.
It is a good dress. There is a classic pink. But do I have anything to go with the pink? Because I could go with the tan, and then it'd be like cuter than my current getup. But it'd still be going with the coloring. What's up?
I just realized, gosh darn it, that's another way they stepped back in the fashion. Because we're doing X and Y. And I just realized in X and Y, you can totally put on, when you go to the store, you can put on the stuff and also put on your other stuff to see if you have anything to go with it before agreeing to buy it.
That's true, that is a thing they did. No pants available.
Oh, the varsity jackets. That varsity jacket looks good with your outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot oh, and my favorite shirt was here. I love that like dark red button-up shirt.
Okay, so I think well, the first big issue isn't necessarily that there isn't any warm thing here. It's just there's really just one of each type of item here. One to three of each type of item here in different colors. But the second thing is there's no pants.
Yeah, I was gonna say I must just be remembering of like, what do you mean there's not pants here?
Yeah, because you can get this fuzzy parka, you can get these fuzzy shoes over here, you get the fuzzy hat, and all around it adds up to mostly a warm outfit.
These are the people who came up with this are the same fucking people that designed Dawn for Platinum, where they're like, it's the cold region. Her having a thick coat is enough, right? And not even like strong leggings. Those people also made this selection. Why does that varsity jacket just look so good on the outfit you already have?
I don't know. Here's one thing you have to check. Well, let's get the dress because dress. You know what I'm saying?
Dress. You're right.
And let's get this frilly thing. A bag upgrade. Let's get the darker brown so it stands out more.
Okay.
And then let's see if this... Oh, it does go over the top of it. Yeah, let's go with that. There we go. That's an outfit, y'all.
Beautiful.
And it is slightly warmer than what we were wearing before.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.